Venice is dying slowly and publicly. The stones absorb water, the facades crumble, the city settles millimeter by millimeter, while tourists photograph it as a living exhibit of doomed beauty. In the 1990s, Venice was still holding on stilts, on memory, on the illusion of eternity. The canals smell of salt and diesel, gondolas splash on black water, laundry dries in the alleys, and orchestras play in the squares for guests who don't think that the sea has already won the first game. The city lives like an old aristocrat with dignity, despite the trembling in his knees. In the 1990s, Venice was an architectural body that had been eaten away by moisture. The foundations, made of wooden piles, once stood against the lagoon, but are now slowly giving up. Each tide is higher than the previous one. There are salty footprints in every basement. The municipality is waging war on pumps and barriers, engineers are drawing diagrams, politicians are promising, but the sea is not voting and is not waiting. Aqua Alta turns from an event into a habit. People live between sandbags and flood insurance. Markets are rotting faster, pavements are slipping, mold is slowly reclaiming palaces from people. Tourism in the 1990s is the last oxygen. Millions of feet are erasing the stone, millions of cameras are recording the sunset over San Marco, not noticing that the square has increasingly gone underwater. Mask sellers, waiters, boatmen, they all hold onto the stream of visitors like an IV drip. The city's economy is turning into a spectacle. Venice is playing itself, selling its past as a souvenir. Only the elderly and those who could not leave remain inside. Young people are leaving. There is nowhere to work, it is expensive to live, there is no future in sight. But now it's the year 5400. Venice is no longer sinking. She became water. The city did not disappear, it dissolved into a new form of existence. The old walls have gone under a layer of engineering domes, terraces, and water platforms. Canals are no longer roads, they are residential spaces. There is light, warmth, and life under the water. Above the water there are roof shadows, gardens, membranes against waves, and storms. The lagoon is no longer the enemy. She is the foundation of the city. In the 5400s, Venice is a biotechnogenic organism. Architecture grows like corals. Palaces are not being restored, they are evolving, acquiring new levels, living cells, and energy membranes. The columns turn into pillars of underwater areas. Domes are turned into light fonts. The water inside the city is filtered through living systems, oxygenated, and becomes part of the indoor climate. People are no longer separated from the sea, they exist in it. The gondolas were gone. Instead, there are silent capsules that glide through the water like fish. The streets have become three-dimensional, up, down, and in. The Venetian of the year 5400 is an amphibian of civilization. He lives between environments, breathes with the help of auxiliary systems. His house is both a boat, a shelter, and a garden. There is no more tourism in the usual sense. Venice no longer sells the past. It shows the future. People don't come for a photo, they immerse themselves in the experience. Guests temporarily connect to urban environments, walk through flooded cathedrals, listen to an organ with fish swimming under it, and walk through former halls of palaces turned into choral history museums. San Marco still exists. But now it's not a square, it's an underwater agora. A huge transparent dome under which roots, markets, ceremonies, and diplomacy converge. The pigeons were gone. Glowing jellyfish sensors and bioindicators of water took their place. The basilica has become a spiritual reactor. Its walls accumulate the energy of the sun and tides, its domes sing when the pressure changes, its mosaics change color depending on the ocean level. The power in Venice no longer belongs to the mayor or the council. It is controlled by the climate. The city lives by the tides, by the currents, by the depths. Each area depends on the water level, salinity, and biological balance. You can't fight with nature here, you can only cooperate here. People have changed. They are thinner, lighter, their bones are reinforced, their skin tolerates moisture better, and their eyesight is adapted to underwater lighting. Their language is full of words that did not exist in the 1990s. Shades of currents, types of depths, water conditions, forms of pressure. They feel the sea the same way their ancestors felt the stone under their feet. The contrast is devastating. In the 1990s, Venice clung to the past. In 5400, she became the future. Then the city was saved by pumps. Now it's a symbiosis. Then they built dams. Now they grow reefs. At that time, the losses from floods were counted. Now they count the energy flows. Venice has gone from a victim of the climate to its partner. It has transformed from a monument city into an organism city. But the essence has not changed. Venice is still weird, still out of this world. He still doesn't live by the rules of other cities. In the 1990s, she was the Wound of Europe. In 5400, it was her survival laboratory. Once upon a time, the water was pumped out. They live in it now. Once upon a time, they were afraid of rising sea levels. Now the sea level is the standard of living. Venice died once, only to be born definitively.